Maria here with a guided yoga session, about 30 minutes, and focusing on really connecting in with your body, your felt sense of being here in this moment, me here now, connecting the body, the breath, being with whatever is showing up for you. I'll guide you with my movements and actions. As you're able, show up and do what your body allows you to do here, now, in this moment. And that can change from one day to the next. I have with me a mat. I have a towel over my mat. I have a blanket. I have a little towel that I can use to extend arms and or in my final resting pose, maybe cover my eyes. I have blocks and a strap. Whatever you're able to have with you to help you and support you as you connect with your body and move through this can be helpful, right? So go ahead and in this place, as we start, just find a connection with the ground underneath you. And that may be in a standing position, or you can take this to a chair or seated on the ground. But I just want you to feel and connect with whatever part of your body is connected to the ground. So right now, my focus is on feeling both of my feet. Noticing the support of the ground underneath me. Feeling the connection as if I'm rooting down to that place right here. And starting to be aware of some things that ground me in this moment. What I'm tasting. Notice what you're smelling, hearing, feeling, and whether your eyes are open or closed, what you're seeing. Coming to your sensations that ground you here in the moment. And then noticing the breath that's always with you. It wouldn't be possible to be where you're at if you weren't breathing. So noticing that breath moving in and out of your body. And maybe notice some movement as you're connected to the ground, supporting you, connected to your chair, your seat, the surface that you're resting on. Maybe a little swaying, turning to release tension and rigidity. And maybe even moving shoulders. And again, noticing that breath that's allowing you to be here, just naturally here with you. Flowing in and out. If you're able, some things that you can do with your breath would be to slow it down a little bit. Consciously thinking about taking a breath in for a count of 4. Feeling full, holding it, holding that fullness, and then exhaling it out for a count of 4. Doing that again, breath in, and breath out. And if you're able, as you're breathing in and out, keep doing that breath in and out. If you're able, drawing that breath in through the nose, and then back out either through the nose or the mouth. Just noticing what you're feeling as you draw that breath in. Exhale it out. Now if your nose is clogged, right, if you've got a cold or something going on, if you're not able to breathe through the nose, then the mouth, right, is available for you. But just keep that breath moving. And as much as you're able, using the nostrils for the breathing. slowing that breath down. And then one more thing to think about with the breath is noticing if you can feel it engaging from the lower part of your abdomen. See if you can drop out of that chest breathing and engage the diaphragm. And as you breathe in, feel like a pooching of the diaphragm, of the belly, the diaphragm engaging. And then as you exhale, that pulling in, that squeezing out of the breath. Breath in. All the way, breathe all the way up into the shoulders. You're filling that whole cavity. And then as you exhale, the shoulders drop and the belly pulls in. Imagine that belly button pulling towards your spine, squeezing all the air out. Keep breathing in through the nose. Back out through the nose as you're able. Filling that whole body up. Exhaling all of the air out. Now we're going to start to add some movement. So as you breathe in, if you're able, reaching up with the arms. And maybe that looks like bending at the elbows. Maybe it looks like reaching all the way up. Know what your body is able to do. And move according to what your 100% is in this moment. With the exhale, turn those palms towards the ground and slowly press down like you're moving through water. So a little resistance there. Again, breathe in, reach up, draw that breath all the way up from the feet, through the legs, through the torso, up and out the fingertips. And then your exhale, pressing that breath out of your body, back down through the chest, the abdomen, the legs, the feet. And again, that whole body breath, reaching up, breathing in nice and slow. Movement matches the breath. Exhale, press down, releasing that air out all the way down through the body. Okay, one more. Right here, reaching up, breathing in to your personal ability. And then using that exhale now to hinge at your hips, a little bend in your knees. Start reaching forward out in front of you. As you're exhaling, allow that upper body to drop forward. All the way down. And again, using supports around you. So one way to bring the floor up to you is to grab a block and put your hands on the block to rest there. You have different heights with that block. Keep breathing in and out. Using that exhale to maybe fold in towards your legs a little more. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you're folding, pull that belly button towards your spine. Engage that core, support the low back. A little bend in your knees. And then as you're breathing out, maybe you're straightening just ever so slightly into the legs. See if you can let that head just hang heavy. Maybe find some rotation there with the neck, rotating around. Breathing in and out. Another option is to grab opposite elbows and just start to come forward with the arms. Sometimes I get a little pop up in my clavicle area, shoulders, in a good way. So keep that breath moving in and out. Keep that core engaged, supporting the low back. With your next breath in, we're going to rise halfway, nice and slow. Hit that halfway point. Stop and exhale. Stay here. Maybe take those arms out like airplane wings as you're breathing out. And then slowly from here, as you breathe in, start to press into your feet to rise up nice and slow, especially if you're dealing with any kind of TBI, brain injury, head cold, nice and slow, right? Come up, reach overhead to your ability. Stay here and breathe out. You know, if you've got a wall handy as you're moving up and down, breathe in, stretch up. You might be close to a wall in case you need to lean against it or have a chair handy to hold on to. One more breath in, stretch up. And from here, as we exhale, we're gonna bend the knees and squat down, just kind of sticking your glutes out behind you. Again, this is a personal degree here. This practice is very personal because no two people are exactly alike. No two bodies are structurally exactly alike. No two bodies have been through the same injuries, trauma, whatever has affected your body, even from one day to the next, right? Very personal. So connecting with your body right here, breathe in, reach through the arms a little bit if that's available. You can always have the elbows bent or even the arms by your sides and just be in the legs and the upper body. You can do this from a chair position, where you have one foot connected and, using that chair to help support you a little bit. Just being on the edge of it, take a breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're gonna get a little bit of a twist here. Breathe in. As you breathe out, twist to your right, so that upper leg stays stationary, your upper body just moves over towards that right side. If you're able, take that left elbow all the way over. Might be a little bit far to go in the beginning here, but if you've got it, go for it. Listen to your body though, keep breathing in and out. See if you can sink the hips, lift the heart a little bit. You can take your arms and open them up if that's available. But know your edge here, breathe in, open. Stay and exhale. If you start to feel that pain, you need to shift and adjust something. Uncomfortable is okay, sharp pain, not so much, right? Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Dropping in with that breath out. Breathe in. Use another exhale to really sink in towards your legs. Inhale, come up nice and slow, halfway. Use your exhale to take those arms out like airplane wings. And breathing in slowly, hold breath in. Press into the feet to rise up. Listening to your body in this moment. Notice if there's any wobbly. Just take a couple of breaths. Reach, breathe in and out. Be with the breath, be with your body. One more breath in, reach up. All right, with this exhale, we're going to squat back down again. Breathe in. And breathe out. Find your personal squat. Take a breath in. As you're exhaling, those hands can come into the heart or your hands can be down by your sides. Really pressing into the feet. Maybe even play with lifting the toes up a little bit. Really get into feel that in your glutes and your quads. Take a breath in. And we're going to get that twist over to the left. Just taking that upper body, twisting towards the left. And if you're able, hooking that elbow over on that left knee. Sinking the hips, lifting the heart. Keep breathing in and out. You can open the arms here if that's available. Big breath in. Stay and breathe out. Building that heat. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Release. Tension. And then release. Breathe in. Use that exhale to really fold down into your legs. From here, breathe in to come up halfway. And from here, as we're breathing out, we're going to plant the hands down, step back into your plank position. Now when you go back like that, you can always come down to the forearms. You can come down to the knees. Full expression of this pose would be, if you're able, up on the hands, the arms, the legs. But you always have forearms and knees. Take a breath in, and then slowly lower down. hit the ground, untuck the toes, hands right underneath the shoulders. And again, you can be on forearms here. As you breathe in, press into the mat with the hands or the forearms and slowly rise up. Exhale, come down. We're going to do 4 more of those. Breathe in to press up. Breathe out to come down. Nice and slow, right? Whole breath in to rise. Whole breath out to come down. 2 more. Breathe in to rise, your personal degree. Breathe out to come down. I'm going to take a little detour before we go to that last one. So whole body on the ground. Just want you to feel the whole body supported and connected to the ground. In this moment, the truth, the undeniable truth is that you are supported right here. The ground underneath you supports you. One cheek to the earth. Feel that cheek and your chest and your shoulders and your belly and your pelvis and your thighs and your knees. Probably not your shins, but maybe your shins and the tops of your feet touching the ground, your arms, your hands. Feel your whole body right here, supported and connected to the ground. Your breath moving in and out. And when you first hit the ground, it might have been a little faster, and maybe it's slowing down now. See if you can bring it back into that 4 count in breath, 4 count out. From here, we're going to lift up whatever we can get up off the ground, right? Arms, legs, head, whatever you can get up. Maybe it's one leg, one arm. Keep breathing. You know, when we focus on doing something that concentrated effort, oftentimes we can clench down on our breath and hold it. When you notice that, just move it in and out again. Move it in and out. From here, you can take those arms out wide, or you can just keep them down your body. There's some options I'm going to show you with your arms. Keep breathing. Feel this all on the back side of your body, strengthening that back, strengthening shoulders, reaching forward now. Option, this is just an option. Remember, I'm a guide. I'm going to show you things that you can do. You check in with your body, knowing what your 100% in this moment is. Keep breathing in and out. You take your arms back out like airplane wings. And then arms down your body. Take a big breath in, lift up. And then come all the way back down to the ground and take your other cheek to the earth. Your other cheek connecting. And feeling the ground underneath it. Noticing your heartbeat. It will have increased a little bit, at least a little bit, maybe a lot of it. Just noticing that. Coming back to that breath, 4 count in, 4 count out. Regulating the breath, connecting in with what you're feeling. Come back to that breath, in and out. All right, hands back underneath the shoulders. We had taken a detour. We have 1 more cobra to do. Pressing the hands or the forearms into the ground. Breathe in to rise up. Pull those shoulders back and down away from your ears. Exhale as you're in this up position. And then 4 more breaths in and out. And maybe you came up too far and you need to adjust and let go a little bit. Or maybe you feel like you can come up a little farther. One more big breath in. As you exhale, come down to the mat. Make your way to your version of a plank. That might be on your forearms and your knees, or maybe it's a full expression. You can be like this for a plank. You can be like this for a plank. There are options. Listen to your body from this plank position. Once you make your way into an upside down V. So if you're on the feet and the hands, you're just pressing back into that upside down V. You can do this from forearms and legs like this. I call that a medium. So here are the versions that I like to tell my students. Large, full arms, full legs. Medium, forearms, legs. Or another version of medium can be your arms all the way up, but your knees down. And if you're there, then maybe stretch your arms out a little bit more. And then there's a small version, you're on forearms and knees, and you're just seeing what you can find to give a little bit of a stretch, right? Figuring out what works for you in this moment. And maybe today it's one version, and maybe tomorrow it's another version. And it's about showing up and meeting yourself right where you are. Giving 100% as you breathe in and out in this moment, right here, right now. One more big breath in. As you exhale, slowly start to come up, walking forward to the top of your mat. You're in a forward fold position. Breathe in to rise up halfway. Breathe out to fold down deep. Little bend in your knees, pulling in. Big breath in. Exhale. Next breath in, rise up halfway. As you breathe out, take those arms out like airplane wings. Breathing in, come all the way up, reaching overhead if that's available. Exhale, press those hands down by your sides. Whew. Okay, now feeling yourself right here. We started out in this class standing. We've done a good bit of movement. So just feel yourself again in this standing place, maybe noticing some things that are different for you, some things that have changed, some things that have remained constant and the same. Feel your connection to whatever surface you're resting on. Maybe you went back into a seated position in a chair. Maybe you're standing. Maybe you decided to sit down. Connect with the support that's underneath you. Reach up and breathe in. Take that breath and exhale out as you press those arms down. And again, breath in, up through the part of the body that's connected to the ground, all the way up, out the top of your head and your fingertips. And then exhale, press down, and let that breath go back down through your body. And then just a little wiggle in your space, noticing what you're feeling. From here, we're going to take that right foot forward, that left foot back. You can do this in a chair. You can have just the chair underneath you and your right foot steps forward in front of you, and that you're kind of a little bit more on the edge, and you can take that left leg and open up and out back behind you a little bit. You can also be down on this knee. Ooh, pop. All right, so finding your personal space, your personal distance. You can be here, here, here. All right, with this back foot, you have a couple of options. You can be on the ball of it, or you can flatten it. Now, if you flatten it, that kind of starts to torque your hip a little bit. So just see what works best for you. I like to be on the ball of that foot. So I've created a base. I've got my knee over my ankle, supporting, the joints supporting each other. I'm pressing into the ball of that left foot. Breath in to reach up. Breath out to sink into my legs. Breath in to reach. Breath out to sink. One more big breath, reaching up. And from here as I exhale, hands down to the heart. If your foot's not flat behind you, spin it flat. Open those arms out. Breathing. Big breath in. Exhale to sink down. Your next breath in, drop that back hand, reach up with that front one. Stay here and breathe out. Big inhale, reach up. As you exhale, bring that hand forward and down on the inside of that front leg. Reaching up with that left hand. Breathe in and breathe out. You can have a block underneath your hand here. You can have your elbow resting on the knee or your arm resting against, kind of pressing against that leg. Big breath in to stretch up. Breath out to reach overhead. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in to reach back up. Stay here with that and exhale. Your next breath in, press into that front leg, rise up. And then turn the right toes in. You get my backside, but you can see my straddle from the backside. Angle those toes in, heels out. Here we can get into our shoulders as well. You can leave your arms alone. If your arms, if you have some injuries you're dealing with, just leave them alone. This is where a strap or a towel comes in handy. I'm going to go ahead and use my little towel. Take my right arm up and over my back. Left arm comes up underneath and grabs the towel from the bottom. Breath in to lift that heart up and lean back. Breath out to come forward. Dropping into that straddle stretch. Allowing that head to drop and hang heavy. Toes in, heels out. Keep reaching the hands towards each other and working on that shoulder stretch. Big breath in. Exhale, sink in a little bit more. And then next inhale, come up halfway. Stay there and exhale. Breath in to rise all the way up, really pressing into the feet to help with that lifting. Scoot your feet in towards each other a little bit. And then just shift those toes towards the top of your mat. So your heels are, kind of the idea is to have your heels on one line, that left foot kind of angling out the back. You can release the arms at any time. I've got mine still, I'm still working on that stretch with my arms. I'm going to lift up and breathe in. And I'm lifting that heart up, leaning back gives me a little bit of a back bend. The exhale, come forward over that front foot. Engaging the core, pull that belly button in towards the spine, a little bend in the knee, dropping in, feel that stretch down the back side of that right leg. Breathing in and out. Noticing when you're holding your breath and come back to that in and out. Noticing when you're feeling a big sensation in your body and see if you can really draw that breath in. Sending it all the way into that sensation. Releasing that right arm first. That one's easier to come out, just let it dangle. And then that left one, as you're kind of bracing with your right hand, go ahead and take that left one out nice and slow. And then let it dangle and hang, give it a little bit of a shake. One more big breath in here. Use that exhale to really sink in towards that right leg. And then inhale, slowly start to come up. Walk those hands forward.
come into your version of a plank. Remember, you always have forearms and knees in this place. Take a big breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down all the way to the mat. Untuck those toes. Hands or forearms connected with the mat. Breathe in to press up into that baby back bend. Exhale, come down. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. 1 more. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Next breath in. Make your way to your plank again. Remember, forearms and knees. Pressing back into your upside down V. Small, medium, or large. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in to walk towards the top of your mat. Hit that top point. Breathe out. Fold down. Inhale, rise halfway. Stop at that halfway point. Exhale, arms out like airplane wings. Inhale, press into the feet. Rise all the way up. Stretch overhead. Exhale, palms towards the ground. Feeling yourself in this space for a moment. And then left foot forward, right foot back. Again, you find your personal degree, right? You can be on the ball of that back foot, or you can plant it flat. Sink into your legs. Create a strong base, like you're rooted down here. And breathe in and reach up. Use that breath out to sink into your legs. Really engage the legs. Strong and rooted down. Breath in to lift up. Breath out to sink down. Breathe in. Now breathe out, bring the hands to your heart. Spin that back foot flat. Stretch those arms open. Eyes looking over your front fingertips. Breathing. Breath in. Breath out to sink into the legs. Now inhale, drop that back hand, reach up with the front one. Stay here and breathe out. Inhale, reach up with that left hand. Exhale, come forward and down with that left arm against that left leg. Reaching up with that right arm. Maybe that arm needs to stay against your body. Maybe you bend the elbow. Find your personal place. Again, a block underneath this hand up front can be helpful. So your head, you can look up towards that upper hand. If that's too intense on your neck, you can look straight out in front of you. You can take your eyes and turn down to the ground. You can tuck that chin a little bit and lengthen out through the neck. With your exhale, take that arm overhead, stretch away from that back foot. Big stretch. Stay and exhale. Inhale, reach up. Stay here and breathe out. Next breath in, press into that left foot. Rise up, turn the left toes in, big wide straddle. Grab that strap or towel again. We want the toes angled in. We want the left arm up and over the shoulder, right arm up the back. Again, to your personal degree. Listen to your body. Inhale, lift that heart up. Exhale, you're hinging at the hips. You're pulling the belly button in towards your spine to engage that core, supporting the low back. You're dropping in with that upper body as you exhale, squeezing the air out. Breath in. Squeeze that air out. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Breath in. Squeeze that air out. Now inhale, rise halfway. Stop there and exhale. Remember, your arms can come out at any time. Inhale, Press into the feet, rise all the way up. Scooting the feet in towards each other, turn the toes towards the top of the mat. Your upper body aims towards the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, coming over that front leg. Dropping in. Little bend in the knee, belly button engaged, the core engaged, belly button pulling towards the spine. Dropping that head, breathing in and out. Let that exhale pull your body in a little closer to that left leg. Feel you wobble, breathing. If you're too wobbly, maybe scoot the feet apart a little bit more, and that apart is like on parallel lines, train tracks. They might be too close together and creating that wobble. All right, arms, if you haven't taken them out yet, left one comes out first. Drop, dangle. Right one, nice and slow. It's been jacked up your back. Take it out. Let it hang and dangle. One more big breath in. Use that exhale to really sink in to that leg. Feel that stretch. And then breathe in. Come up halfway. Plant those hands down. Step back. And drop slowly either to your knees, your forearms, or just the whole body slowly lowering down. Hit the mat. Untuck the toes. Press up to that cobra, either on your forearms or the palms of your hands. Breathe in, press up. Exhale, come down. 2 more. Breath in, press up. Breath out, come down. Here's your last one. Breathe in, press up. We're almost done. Exhale, come down. From here, roll over to your back. When you get to your back, bend your knees. Take that right ankle, we'll put it over the top of that left thigh. So left foot on the ground, knee bent, right ankle across the top of the left thigh. Reach through that hole. And either with your hands, a strap, or a towel, you're gonna grab a hold of that left shin. Really press into that right hip. Draw that breath all the way into that right hip. Let it swirl around in there a little bit. One more big breath in. Exhale. Release that left leg, squeeze that right knee in. Take the left hand to your right kneecap. Taking the knee across your body, you're going into a whole body twist. So right knee to the left side of your mat. Right arm opens out to the side. Turn your eyes to look to the right. Shift to your back. Squeeze that right knee in. And then plant that right foot down, knee bent, left ankle across the top of the right thigh. Reach through that hole with the left hand, around the outside with the right hand. A strap or a towel can extend your arms so that your upper body can stay on the mat. Really just focusing on getting into the left hip. So as you're pressing that left hip towards the ground and holding on to the right shin, you want to see if you can just allow that upper body to stay relaxed, connected to the mat. If you're all crunched up like this, because you're trying to grab a hold of your shin, go ahead and grab a strap or a towel and lengthen those arms out so that upper body can come and connect to the mat. Drawing your breath all the way into that left hip, letting it massage that area, circle around, and then as you exhale it out, let that tension go with the CO2 that you're sending out of your body. Release that right leg, squeeze the left one in. Right hand to the left kneecap, taking the knee across your body. Open that left arm out and turn the eyes to look to the left. Shoulder blades on the ground. Your eyes open or closed. Start to let that breath just go back to a natural place now. You're not focusing on 4 count in, 4 count out, or you're not focusing on it being really deep, but you're just letting it do its natural job. From here, shift to your back, squeeze that left knee in, squeeze the right knee in, give yourself a great big hug. And from here, 2 options. You can just relax, release your body down onto the mat. Cover up with a blanket or put a blanket underneath your head and just lay here and soak it in, right? Lay here for as long as you want. If you've got time, lay here and do a breathing meditation. Lay here and do a mantra meditation. Lay here and take a nap. And just let it all synthesize and soak into your body. Beautiful. If you're ready to be done, you have things to move on to, go ahead and roll to your side and press up into a seat. Thanks for practicing with me today.